Jason here, doing a quick unscripted thing about something I really just want to talk about. The System Shock remake has an actual release day now. Finally. This game has been in development for, 5 years? 5, 6 years? And it is finally coming out. Now, I am a huge fan of System Shock 2. Never actually beaten it. It's one of those kind of games of, played it a ton, never sat down to do it, always start a new game whenever I come back to it, and just never sat down to finish it. And I've played System Shock 1, just not a ton. So how do I feel about the remake's demo that's out? It's System Shock. And that's good and bad. Yes, the game is modernized in some control aspects. It isn't this weird, clunky thing that the first one was. But it's also got what I loved about System Shock. It has the writing, it has the atmosphere, it has that feel of that early immersive sim. On the downside, for being 6 years in development, switching from Unity to Unreal 4, I believe. I'll throw something down if I'm wrong. I want to say it's Unreal 4. It's one of those games that, looking at it, and I'm running it on max settings, doesn't look that great. It looks like a game from a couple of years ago. So I'm hoping this is good. I am really just doing this because I want to talk about System Shock. I want to do a full video on System Shock at some point. If you're interested in the game, play the demo. It's fine. It's the first deck of the game, which is about what I've experienced of the original. They're a cyberspace now, which is nice. But it is very much a warts and all approach to a remake. Everything that was in the first game is still, or in the original version, is still here. It just looks slightly prettier. So, play System Shock, please. I highly do recommend this game. It is, in my opinion, it's one of the best written games to have come out in the past. And I love it to death. I want this remake to be very good. But there are issues. I mean, there's a sound effect that I've heard in 100 other places for healing. Yeah, I can't tell you where I've heard that sound effect, but I've heard it before, and it sticks out like a sore thumb to the rest of the game. Its gunplay is basic. It still feels like it's got that 90s trying to be a first-person shooter, but also not wanting to be a first-person shooter gameplay. It's very stiff. The guns don't have a lot of punch to them. The hit detection for the pipe is weird. It's really short range. But I'm happy it's coming out. I am very happy it's coming out. It will introduce a new generation of players to one of the games that I played when I was in high school originally, when it first launched on Steam. I played System Shock 2 when it first relaunched on Steam, and I loved it. And I'm glad people will be able to see some of their favorite games, a game that inspired them. That's actually another point of contention. This game has not aged well in the light of other immersive sims. The likes of BioShock, Prey, Dishonored, games that do what System Shock does, but have learned from System Shock's mistakes. In short, go play it, please. Night Dive Studios has spent a long time trying to get this up and running, and it's almost here, so I just encourage you, please, at least give it a shot. See you guys whenever I do something like this again.